Today we're looking at the Wolfgang Standard TOM, or Tune-O-Matic bridge, which essentially is a hardtail Gibson style bridge that goes over and up to an open nut under the string tree. This guitar brings together all the features of a Wolfgang Standard and even more so the Wolfgang Special, the neck size, the body size and the profile of the headstock there, even reminiscent of the early Music Mans too. So the package that this gives you, stepping up from a beginner to an intermediate, is a beautiful guitar with good features at an affordable price of $14.99 New Zealand dollars. We've got a basswood body which is finished beautifully in gloss with beautiful pearl binding around the body. We've got a baked maple neck. This is Indonesian made, so the components in the guitar, while there are a few sort of cheaper components, they sound great, they play great. There's a few little things to consider, but this is a beautiful guitar. We've got a 22 fret guitar. The frets are sort of reminiscent of the early Music Man. They're jumbo frets, but they're really comfortable to play. What I do like is the sort of little mini markings on the top, which is similar to the Music Man's. We've got a standard Wolfgang style headstock. The string tree's nice and sort of firmly positioned there, which sort of sets the strings nice. The tuning pegs are EVH branded, which I believe might be Goto or Marvel. You do have to watch the tuning sort of quality of these. They tend to sort of stick a little bit, I've found. But if you're playing sort of with medium intensity, strumming with a little bit of bending, it's not going to give too much problem. If you're a harder player, having your tuner on hand, just keep an eye on that. 22 frets, jumbo frets, but sort of reminiscent of the Music Man style with sort of nice little contours and profiles on them. And what I do like is the sort of mini markings similar to a Music Man guitar on the top. So the body, this model as you can see is nice gloss black. This particular model comes in three colours. You've got white, black and seafoam metallic I believe, which is like a seafoam blue grey type colour. Interesting that there's three colours, but if you're stuck with a white or a black, they're pretty good options. Beautiful looking, matching hardware, EVH branded pickups, and the Tune-O-Matic bridge there, which as I mentioned is sort of similar to a Les Paul style bridge, all black. It just looks great. Pickup selector, we've got a three-way pickup selector here, and as opposed to a standard Wolfgang setting where the bridge is in the up position, this is in the down position for bridge. In the middle for splitting the pickups and having two. And we've got our neck position in the standard up position. So we'll try that on some distortion there. We've got bridge. We're going to wind it back and we've got the middle pickup setting here. And then we've got our beautiful neck setting. So the combination of all these settings gives you a wide range of sort of playing styles and sounds, easily accessible. Our tone switch down the bottom here, it's sort of got a medium sort of resistance there. Chances are you're going to leave it set on full, or you're going to wind it back a little bit for some variation. Interestingly enough, the volume dial on this is sort of medium tension, but on this particular guitar the tone actually had a bit of a looser action there. So the volume, we're on distortion here, and we can see we've just got such a gradual roll through with no particular headroom point, which can be sort of a handicap, but it also can be a great thing for tone. So listening to this, we're going to go gradually up. So that's right up. Now we're going to come down slowly. So yeah, that gives you quite a bit of versatility, but a lot of control, which I liked. What seems like a pretty obvious point that's worth mentioning, the input on this guitar is just as it should be. It's sort of medium resistance, it fits the plug perfectly. Sometimes you're going to get a guitar with a tight input that takes a little bit of putting in, but this one just glides in. And conversely too, it's not too loose, and you don't want the input sort of so loose your lead sort of falls out or creates some noise. So that was perfect. Going back to the volume control there, I've got a 500k volume pipe, which gives you great tone, full range of harmonics and frequencies, so all of your harmonics are accessible beautifully. As I mentioned, the roll on, roll off is just smooth. And in a live setting, this guitar stacks up with a high-end guitar easily. My main points about the guitar would be the tuning heads. There's a little bit of stickability on these ones compared to sort of a high-end PV Wolfgang like a USA Pat Pend. But once you're in tune, it stays in tune reasonably well, but it does sound beautiful. It sounds big and it sounds fat. Okay, we've got our Tune-O-Matic bridge here. This is where the strings and the tremolo are top mounted, just like a Les Paul. We're going through from the back, so the string comes in from the back over our bridge, and we're going all the way down under our string tree. This design is for optimal tuning and sort of consistency of tuning. It does a pretty good job. Without the locking nut, if you're more of a hard player, you are going to have to sort of monitor the tuning a little bit. But if you're a beginner, an intermediate player, and you're a rhythm guitarist and you're strumming, you're not going to have any issues with this guitar at all. Okay, let's talk frets. These are jumbo nickel frets from the factory. They play beautifully. It's a fast neck. It's a sort of a narrow profile, 25.5 inch neck. Out of the box, it did require a little bit of a tweak, intonation and action. The action was possibly a little bit high for me, so once we sorted that out, it just plays beautifully. One thing I will mention is from the factory, it sort of looks like these strings are a little bit offset, whereas the string 6 is sort of a little bit sitting away from the edge of the neck that I'd like. And in turn, what has resulted in is string 1 is quite close to the neck on this side. So if you're not careful, you can actually fall off the neck with that string. So I don't know whether that's just a one-off or whether this is how the guitars and the general setup is approached in the factory, but apart from a few little fine points, it was pretty playable right from the factory. This machine's pretty playable, as you can see. 22 fret, beautiful cutaway. All the sort of the appearance and the cosmetics of a standard Wolfgang are there. For $14.99, this is a big step up from a beginner to an intermediate player. It stands up as a giggable instrument for anybody in a band. You can comfortably take this to a gig. You're going to sound like you're playing a high-end guitar. It's beautiful. So the neck on them, the verdict for me, it's playable, it's skinny. Tuning, that's the only thing you're going to have to watch with these. The tuning pegs, it doesn't sort of put me at ease completely. Volume and tone, beautiful. Bridge, comfortable, and just the cosmetics of the guitar is just a sight to behold. It's beautiful. On the back too, it's a gloss finish. You've got the cavities there, which you can screw, and you've got good access there, both to the tone and the volume and the pickup if you need that. You've got your bolt-on neck. You can clearly see the adjustment there. We've got the spin wheel truss rod there, so that's got easy access too for adjusting your neck. So this guitar, you're going to feel like you're playing a Strat or a Les Paul, probably more like a Strat or obviously a standard Wolfgang. Dual humbuckers, so it's going to sound like a rock guitar should sound. So this guitar, highly playable. It's a great step up from the beginner to the intermediate range, and for $14.99 you're getting a whole lot of guitar.